right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday and more reviews from our Washington State tasting. We had like 40 wines, man. It was a daunting task the next day to taste through all those wines a second time and make notes, because a lot of times I don't make notes during the tasting. There's just too much going on. But I keep a glass from each of the wines and I go back through the next morning and retaste them. I'll tell you, the good wines always better on the next day. That's right. Cheap ones, don't change very much, so it doesn't really matter. The Pacific Rim, speaking of cheap wines, Gruner Veltliner, kind of an interesting to have a Gruner from this part of the world, and got a bit of that melon rind and white pepper spice to this wine that this varietal has, but it's an inexpensive wine, $13.75, really light, easy drinking style, a little briny, kind of bit tart on the finish there, leaves the tongue salivating for food. A good example of Gruner and at a fair price. The Substance Cabernets, woo, man. Talk about another winner from Charles Smith. This wine is just, it's got a nose of like s'mores, man. Burnt marshmallows and chocolate with graham crackers in addition to the sweet cherry, cassis berry fruit, almost sweet, very fruity on the palate. This wine's got smooth tannins, though, and that s'mores note coming through on the finish. A wine with a lot of mass appeal at $19.50. It's going to be a big hit, just like the Chateau Smith is. So a lot of this wine, it's got some cassis and cherry liqueur-like syrup to the nose, sweet tobacco spice, dark cocoa, good amount of that sweet spice to the finish here also. And a nice dose of fruit, really nice freshness, a good balanced wine at $20.25. These Washington State wines really over-deliver. The K. Vintners Clifton Hill Syrah, this is a little next level up in terms of quality from Mr. Smith. The K. Vintners label, got a smoky barbecue-like quality to the dark plum and blackberry fruit notes of violets, dark earth. Nice complexity here, opening up on the second day very nicely. Thick and juicy on the tongue, that black plum and blackberry fruit. Nice amount of spices and that smoky barbecue note through the finish. Excellent juice at $45. And another great little value, the Three Rivers Red Dominant. It's a Merlot Dominant blend, but it's got some Sangiovese and Syrah in it. Really interesting blend, a really seductive wine on the nose. Milk chocolate, strawberry pie, graham cracker notes. Very forward and appealing on the tongue. Light red berry fruit, smooth tannins, a short but pleasant finish at $15.25. A nice little wine. Very good juice. That's what we had to drink with our friends from, well, let's call it RNDC, Charles Smith and Friends. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.